Hei, minun nimeni on Jori Korpela ja tervetuloa Tiikerit-shown pariin. Tänään meillä on haastattelussa Joe Klein, mies, joka ei nimestään huolimatta ole mikään pieni mies. Mutta käydään kysymässä, mitä oikeastaan amerikkalaiselle vahvistukselle kuuluu. So Joe, tell us something about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States. The state I'm from is called Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Finland, actually,
Oh.
weather-wise and stuff like that. Yeah, we got plenty of snow there already.
Oh, we have like none.
Yeah, oddly enough, yes.
Yes. So tell us something about Minnesota.
Well, I don't know if you guys can pick up on it, but Minnesotans have an accent that we get made fun of a lot in the United States.
What is it like?
We really pronounce our O's really deep. So like we say Minnesota or no or stuff like that.
Is it like snow?
Yeah, snow.
Okay.
Snow instead of snow.
Oh.
Which most other people would say snow.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
What is it like during seasons, for example? Does it differ from winter to summer?
Yes, so the winter in Celsius maybe gets down to negative 20, 30.
Oh.
And then it can get all the way up to 35 degrees in the summer. It gets really humid and hot in the summer, so we spend a lot of time out at the lakes, just like here.
Okay. So we have a little task for you. You
Okay.
should draw a picture for your family, which will be sent to them.
Okay.
And the theme is that it should be something about Finland.
Yes.
How are you feeling about this?
I think I got an idea what I want to draw,
Okay.
but whether it comes out in the picture, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll try.
Okay, so we have paper in here. You can draw in here. And here's something. And here are some pens.
Sounds good.
Do you mind if I interview at the same time?
Oh, go ahead.
When did volleyballs get big in your life?
Actually, I started very late
Oh.
to most people. I only started, I think the first time I played was like 18 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
that late.
Yeah, I went to a college up in a city called Duluth, and I moved into the dorm rooms there, and I never really, I mean, I played before in, Phi Ed class and stuff, but I never really, competed in it.
Yeah.
And one time I just saw outside my dorm room, there's a beach volleyball court, and I went out to play because there's some pretty beautiful girls playing. So
Obviously.
I decided to try it out, and I got hooked immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed it after that.
What hobbies did you have when you were a child?
A child? Well, I played football.
Oh.
So we call it soccer.
Yeah.
All through high school. But other hobbies I had were playing paintball.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed playing paintball when I was younger too. Haven't been able to do it much now, but and like Minnesota, very outdoorsy too. So hunting and fishing, camping, all that stuff was a big part of my life too.
Whoa, that sounds pretty interesting. Did you do hunting or fishing or anything like that?
I did a lot of fishing. My dad was a big hunter.
Yeah?
I didn't have the patience for it, so I really didn't get into hunting too much.
Okay. What are the main differences between European and American volleyball style?
I would say the main difference is Americans focus on physicality. So
Yeah.
how tall you are, how high you jump, how hard you hit. Where here it's more technical. They look more about how good you can pass or how good you can set, your technique.
Okay. Is it hard to compensate with these two?
I don't think it's not hard to compensate, but it's just something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
Like for me, it took a while for me to get used to the European style of playing, and it's a different style. Someone that's really good in America that can jump really high, hit really hard, might not be that good here because they're focused more on the technique side. So, yeah, it does take a while to get used to, but I feel I'm getting there.
Okay. Which one do you prefer?
Actually, now that I've been here, I really prefer this style. And when I'm done playing, I really want to coach in the States, and I want to coach and teach this style more than the American style. Yeah.
Is it hard to train with Tommi Tiilikainen, for example?
No, not at all. I wouldn't say at all.
Is it a tough coach, or do you have anything to say about that?
A tough coach, he gets very emotional sometimes.
Oh.
But I mean, that comes with good and bad. Sometimes it's too much. But I think he's a young coach too, so he's learning exactly how he wants to. I mean, he's still in that process of figuring out how he wants to coach. But I think he's doing a really good job so far. Yeah.
Do you dream getting the national team someday?
Yes, I've always had that goal in my life, but the more years it goes on, I think the harder it's going to be. I think it's really hard for me because I started so late too.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I haven't counted it out yet, but I'm not expecting to get there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes you a good reading blocker?
Well, that's another thing about the American style is we really focus on reblocking and stuff like that. Of just the way we set up our drills and practice and stuff like that. Most Americans are really good at that. If you look at some of the other middle blockers, like Matthew Pollock from Lockable is very good at it too. So I think that just is something we focus more on as, being a physicality part of the game is blocking. So that's why I think I have a slight advantage in reading.
Okay. Do you have an idol of some sort in volleyball who you look up to?
Who I look up to?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of guys I have to look up to, but
for such a tall
my
guy.
idol would probably have to be Reed Pretty.
Yeah.
From the American team, because you look at him, he's relatively short for a volleyball player, and he spent how many years now on the national team, and I think he's one of the best outsides for his generation. And I mean, just the way he plays, I think I really enjoy it. I really enjoy watching him play.
Okay. What Finnish league should do better to get bigger in the European point of view?
Well, I think what they're doing right is from what I hear, it's getting better and better every year.
Yeah.
Because most other leagues are losing money, and it's not only that they're losing money, but a lot of leagues are having trouble paying their international players. So I know a few friends of mine that have a tough time getting paid.
Oh.
And so it makes it really tough for the other Americans to go there, like, for instance, Greece.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some economic problems and stuff, and they're having trouble paying players. So that league used to be really good.
Yeah.
Now it's not. Where Finland, no one has to worry about that at all. I've never heard of any Americans or anyone having problems with that stuff. So I think that's what they're doing really good.
Who is the funniest guy in the team and why?
Who's the funniest?
Yeah.
Well, I think that would have to be Leilu.
Oh, why is that?
I can't really answer that one because I don't understand him half the time. I'm still laughing though at him. Even though I don't understand him, I'm still laughing at him.
Yeah.
He does some pretty crazy things from time to time. That's for sure.
Does he tell jokes or does he just fool around?
He tells jokes, and fools around a lot, yeah.
Okay, so he's kind of the comedian of your group.
Yes, absolutely.
You're an assistant captain of the team. Do you feel that you have to be a good example to other players?
Yes. I mean, I try to. I mean, on top of it, I'm also the international, so this is my full-time job. So I take it upon myself to make sure that I treat everything the best way possible.
Yeah.
I want to make sure people see that I'm taking this seriously because this is my job. Yeah. So yes, I do feel like I take more responsibility and try to set a good example, especially for the younger guys on the team.
Do you feel any pressure because of this?
No, not too much. No. I think that here, especially in Finland, they do a good job with not putting that kind of pressure on me. Other places I played, I do feel somewhat, they put more pressure on the international players.
Yeah.
Because they have higher expectations for them. Where here, I don't get that at all.
Okay. I have heard that you are close friends with Jasse.
Jasse, me and Jasse get along quite well.
Why is that?
Well, I come from a really big family at home.
Yeah.
I have, I'm not over 60 cousins, first cousins. So I grew up with little kids running around.
That's a huge family.
Yeah. And so it's hanging out with Jasse and talking to Jasse just kind of you know, brings that part of my life here. So it's really nice to have them around. I love to pick on them.
Okay. Do you have any other hobbies besides volleyball?
Hobbies, I mean, here most of the time, if I'm not playing volleyball, I don't like to do too much else, physicality stuff. But I mean, I like to Skype with people at home and play video games, just some basic stuff like that.
How is the picture looking?
Well, I didn't have the red for the Northern Lights. I wanted to try to catch the Northern Lights because that's probably one of the things I really enjoy looking for here. Because we have them in Minnesota, but they're very bland and basic. You can barely, where here you can really see them and you can see them move, and I really enjoy looking for them all the time.
I have heard that you were offered for an apartment, but you didn't take it because you were scared that you would lose the sight of nature.
No, I have an apartment now, but it's third floor, so I still just above the city lights, so I can still go out on my balcony and look at them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Would you like to show that?
Well, I don't know if you can see it, but I try to draw a lake with some trees and then some northern lights in the night sky.
Would you like to say something for your family?
Well, you know, I'm glad that my family is so supportive for me being able to come here. I wouldn't to be able to do it without them, and I can't wait to go home and see them.
All right. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. And seuraavalla kerralla meillä on uusi haastateltava, uusi pelaaja, ja siihen asti näkemiin. Was it hard to draw northern lights and stuff?
Well, there's no red.
Someone made a trick on you.
Yeah, they knew I wanted to do the northern lights.